Alrighty, so we about to start this thing up.
Yeah, we getting they trip on that.
Alrighty. We got a couple things to talk about this weekend.
A couple? Just a couple? What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday.
Is it Saturday already?
It is Saturday.
We worked so hard this week.
It's Saturday. Like,
your boy is tore down. Okay.
Thank you, Nikisha. Listen, that nap I had today when I came home was real. Like, I don't even take naps, and that nap was, how many hours was I asleep? Do you remember?
Oh, I didn't even go upstairs because I knew if I got to bed that episode 9 would not have been all that great. Well, welcome to episode 9
of the Resh Life. Good people. So we just opened up talking about this week. We'll get back into that because we have some other more pressing issues that we want to discuss with everything that's happening in our world, in our communities, like right here in our backyards with the protesting, Black Lives Matter. Every time I just start getting emotional, like all over again. So I'm gonna turn this over to you because you had like a whole inside peek last week of what was going on in the city of Wilmington. So can you tell us about what you saw?
All right. Well, you guys know my brother works down on Market Street. I guess
he's a business owner.
Yeah, supplement market.
Yes, and
right outside, right across the street from the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I call him. I said, "You going down there to make sure your stuff is good?" And he said, "Yeah." So I jump in the car. We fly down there. First, the crazy part is that I got into the parking lot. It's right at the corner, and that whole parking lot was probably 20 cars, and all of them were stealing or looting, I should say. Okay, sneakers, sweatsuits. So I was just like, "Whoa, hold on, wait a minute," because now you're thinking, okay, the cops has got to be coming right now,
right? Because we right here in the city.
Because we're right here in the city. I don't even know if I should park here because they just gonna just close this parking lot in. The people actually even looked at me because I got a top-looking car.
They thought you was the man coming through.
They said they stopped, and then they was like, "Oh, he ain't the cops," and then
went right
proceeded to keep going. I watched the Thunder Guards travel down the street, and I thought that they were going to protect ours because they kind of lined up in front of ours. Mm-hmm. They looked and seen what was going on.
Kept on going.
Kept it moving. The fire marshals was trying to come up the street.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
So in that moment, what were you feeling? Have you ever experienced anything like that before? Like, what were you feeling?
Now, in college, we did the Fight the Power with Public Enemy, so we did move.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But as you grow up, okay, you can't move like you used to move. So you were there mm-hmm. almost as a business owner,
right?
Trying to protect your brother's stuff,
right?
You're not hot with you're not all that tight with the cops right then, and they're coming,
mm-hmm.
and you not that tight, that all that good with the looting. So you like right in the middle of madness, and you just like, I just hope nobody pays attention or focuses in on trying to break in Evan's shop, and that was it. Now, as soon as they said the cops were coming down the street, I knew that it was over on Market Street. But what they did was they just went up the other street.
So his salon was okay.
His salon ended up being okay. Yes.
I was scared as shit. First of all I heard was, I remember being up on the staircase, and all I heard was, "You want me to go with you?" And I'm like, where the hell does this man think he's going? I didn't even know you were talking to your brother like at that time. And I know you saw my response when you came over to me. You just walked out, and I said, no. But it was just like, no, my husband cannot, I do not want my husband, this black man, out there. Yes, I know everybody else is out there. But the thing of it is, it's that fear. You know, it's like when you leave here, even when you left, I just was like praying, because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the other side of it is, I'm all for the protesting. I'm all for it. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of this situation is being taken advantage of by opportunists, the people that are out here looting, tearing down our black businesses and our black communities. I'm not for that part. You know, I think, yes, we should come together. We should protest. We need to be heard. We need to be seen, but we don't need to be tearing each other's shit up and tearing down our businesses. And, you know, it's just a real touchy situation.
As I sit back and do some reflection, and look at the whole aspect, and not that I say that I was for the looting,
mm-hmm.
but the looting accentuated the kneeling, because the kneeling wasn't enough, obviously.
Right.
So every time I turn on a sports radio station as soon as I get in the car.
Right.
They never talk race. Race is never on sports talk radio.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
they're talking about
race.
I think that everybody has to talk about it now. And I was watching the news the other day, and please forgive me if I mess up the name of this gentleman's show, but I think it was hard conversations with a black man or something like that. But this young man was on the news, and he started this organization, and I should have did my due diligence to say his name or whatever, so I apologize for that. But he was basically saying that the white people that are now trying to speak and, you know, to support us, that it's good, but they need to educate the people that are not doing that in their communities. So they're coming like, well, what can I do to help? And he was saying, the thing that you need to do to help is to go and educate your people that are not like you, because they would never understand how we feel, you know. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. We got white friends, you know, and honestly, I didn't want to talk to them too much during this time. And I'm just being real. Because you're not going to make me feel the fuck uncomfortable. That's number one. Number two, I don't want you saying some stupid ass shit that's going to deteriorate our, you know, relationship. And it's just like, now it's just not the time. We have a problem, and the problem just been getting a Band-Aid put over it year after year after year, murder after murder, you know, life after life. It's just, now healing has to take place. It has to be fixed. It's no more Band-Aids. The Band-Aid shit is over. It's out. Change has to happen.
Well, it looks like it's happening. Some of the activists right now are closer than they ever were to making changes as far as police brutality. I think even Mayor Pazicki was talking about adding body cameras to the Wilmington police force, which I thought they already had. I didn't know.
I just assumed that they did.
Yeah,
I just assumed that it was like almost every police department has them.
But I don't think without the tear up, this would even be on the table. So
If
I guess it has to
it has to happen.
it has to happen. We all have to go through it.
Right.
So
Right. Yes, Carly said the roots have been uprooted. They definitely have. And I think what we're going to see in the future, the young people that are out there protesting now, the younger generations, they are coming together, they're protesting and they're making their voices be heard. And I think that we're going to see their faces, even more on the forefront, like late in the later years, because they're making an impact now. So, and we need that. We need our young people to stand up and link arms and join together and, just uplift each other and just be there for each other and show each other love, even through this horrible, horrible time. Like, we are tired of losing our people to, police violence, period. And it's sickening. It is sickening. I have watched the news I don't know how many times and just been there just like bawling. Like it's crazy as a mom. And I was just saying to my daughters the other day, our daughters, um, I shouldn't have to worry about having these talks with my girls. And that it sounds crazy because yes, we know we have to have it with our boys and our young black men, but we gotta be open to the fact that it's all of us. It's no longer a man woman thing. It's a black thing, period.
And the only thing I can think is it's like if you say that you love God, pretty much. I mean, you say that you love God, and then you're reading the book, and they said they made him in His image, and Jesus said we all brothers. How can you do this to your brother? Like, how can you just snuff out your brother and have no emotion about it?
None.
So you must either not be looking at him as Jesus' brother. You almost got to be looking at him as an animal. And to do that, you almost got to be an animal yourself, because you can't really be human and think that you can snuff out another human. And it's
like how you sleeping at night.
It's okay, and you just walk away like you just drunk
like nothing,
some Pepsi or something, and it's all good.
Brings me to this next thing I saw in the news. There was a 75-year-old white man who he was at one of the protesting rallies, and he was saying something to the police, but he was using it like a hand motion, like, and like to the step or whatever he was saying. I don't even know what his words were. It's really irrelevant. But they knocked this man down to the ground. This is somebody's grandpa.
Yep.
Okay, somebody's father,
yep.
Somebody's brother, somebody's uncle. They knocked him down to the ground. He hit his head, and then the blood just started gushing out his ear. They lied. The cops lied and said he tripped. This was before the video came out. He tripped, and then the video came out. One of the cops tried to go back to help him, and the cop that knocked him down was like, "No, come on. What the hell?"
Listen, that man was white.
He was white.
What do you think?
Listen,
if they can do that to him,
what would?
Okay, all right. Well, let's just go here, because you already know. And actually, they got in trouble.
Yes, they did.
And
they got suspended, though.
They got suspended, but what happened was all 52 of the people that were in that troop, they quit.
Yeah, I did hear that.
They quit. They just said and they were outside clapping when the other guys got arraigned.
Well, I believe that they showed that they wanted to help. Some of them wanted to help. But I heard today, one of my guests had told me that there's no, they don't have to tell on another officer. Their fellow, if somebody saw one of their fellow officers do something, they don't have to report anything. I guess you're breaking like the brother code or whatever the fuck it is. But it's crazy.
I understand the code blue code or whatever that is, but then on the other hand, they can't be mad when motherfuckers don't want to snitch.
Well,
Because
no.
if y'all not snitching and these people not snitching, then nobody snitching,
No.
then y'all gonna have to do some investigation
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because it's a policy. I don't even know if crime is moral anymore. I think crime right now is whatever can get some people out the way. Because right now weed is legal, and I know some people who have lost their life, been in jail,
Yes.
have had their families tossed.
Yes.
Back in the day when they were running booze, it was all good until they decide, like Irishmen, Italians had the mob.
Mm-hmm.
When they became white,
Mm-hmm.
it was all good. Now, black people had to do the crime for the most part. Now they didn't say the crime that they were doing was
Right.
wrong, but
Right.
now it's that whole black people do crime, black people sell drugs, it's
That stereotype.
it's the
yes.
stereotype, and
Yes.
and what happens is a whole generation gets caught up in it, and then the rest of the world sees us as these.
It's the only way that they see us. They don't see the good because so much of the bad is highlighted. George Floyd's memorial was going on. Was that today?
Mm-hmm.
It was going on today. I just kept
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I kept seeing highlights on the news.
Oh, he did the second memorial
today.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been taking, not watching the news, but I just had to pull back just a little bit here and there because it just begins to be like a bit much. This is a lot. This is a whole lot for us to deal with. And it just made me think too, like, we're living in a time right now that we never ever could have imagined 2020 that we would be living in. First of all, that bitch came in and she ain't sit her ass down yet. She's still going. Every day when I go to sleep at night, it's like I'm waking up in the morning like, okay, what then happened while I was asleep? Because I don't know what we're going to wake up to. But it's so much. And I was thinking like, wow, this is what our ancestors were experiencing on a whole nother level. Like if we're experiencing it to this magnitude in 2020, where so many things have been changed already, I couldn't even imagine dealing with this back then. I couldn't even imagine. No. This on top of the pandemic, like it's just like a never-ending just basket of bullshit every day. Yep. And I find, and I had to catch myself the other day because I was like, I'm like leaving the house angry almost. And I'm not an angry person. Like I'm leaving the house and I'm getting in the car and I'm like ready.
Yeah, ready.
Like I am ready.
I wish somebody would.
Yes. And I don't want to leave that way. Yeah. I don't want to wake up and feel that way. So I mean, I don't know. We'll get into, some things that we can do to control our feelings and emotions a little bit later, but it is a lot. And it was baby girl's birthday. Brianna Tyler. We got a 27-year-old daughter. I couldn't even fathom. I just couldn't even fathom. Yep. Just in her apartment, house, wherever. And how the hell does that happen? And then they said that the person that they had a warrant for was already in custody. Yeah.
And I don't even know if the guy who shot the cops, her boyfriend, he might be still in jail.
Because they arrested him.
Yeah.
So how the hell you breaking somebody's kick down? Not break you broke in, kicked the door down or whatever. I think she got shot like 8 times or something freaking crazy. and naturally her boyfriend is trying to protect her,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets locked the hell up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, social media at least can bring it to light where everybody can see it. So
Yes, I'm
it's a new
thankful.
day.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a new day.
Okay.
And I'm definitely looking forward to what the future holds with the outcome of all of this, because I just think that it's going to be great for our people, and I'm here for all of it, all of it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's honestly, and I see a lot of white protesters too. So
Yes.
it's not just for our people, but even the Native Americans. I mean, they've been decimated. They actually,
oh my God,
we marching for them. I thought we was marching for the Asian people too. They don't come out and march with us because they really need to be out there marching. They're
Guess
in our
what?
neighborhoods.
Guess what
And
though? We're not making nobody like come out and march with us or stand with us or be with us. The people that are supposed to be there, they're there.
okay.
And that's how we got to look at that. We can't force people. You don't even
Well,
want.
if you are just first of all, if you're Asian store in the black community,
Well,
you should have an interest in the black community. I mean, I would think. I don't know.
They're-
But that's how you make your money.
what that's their interest. There, see, some people, and I would think them. They're in our communities. D. Reed was talking about this on his live too, because it's like we all like to go get Chinese food, and I mean, grew up on that shit. But to them, it's business, and that's it. It's business.
And I just want to thank you guys for keeping up with us on this.
Yeah.
You know how technology is.
Yeah, I think the people put us. They shut us down.
All right. Well, but on another note,
We're back.
let's. We opened up on the 1st.
We opened up
Mhm.
on June 1st.
Yep.
And
What you think, Mama?
I think that this week was long as hell.
Mhm.
We opened up on Monday to do like a soft opening to try everything out before we brought the whole team in, so we can work out any kinks and make any adjustments that we needed to. It was a great week considering, the circumstances and everything. The only thing that I would say was a little difficult was trying to find some comfort with the mask. That was like the hardest thing, the heat, the blow drying, and I've said it on, the other lives that was one of the things that I was going to be, worried about. But those masks, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it sure is. But if the doctors is wearing them and the nurses wearing them,
I mean, we have to.
we're gonna have to go ahead and work it out. I actually was excited as hell to get back to work until about the 3rd day. And after I thought about it, because we went in on Monday. Usually I don't work on Monday, or you don't work on Monday, but it was the first day of the salon opening, and I wanted to just kind of get a soft run through. So we opened up. Hats off to the race squad for just making this transition seamlessly. Now, the assistants were flawless.
Our team,
Sanji was
rocked
flawless.
Sanji, that's why everybody call her Sanji.
Yeah, I
Shout
mean,
out to Sanji. Hey, Sanji.
everybody, it was like clockwork. Now we can't take as many guests as we normally take,
Right.
but
Right.
that mask probably was the only obstacle
Yeah.
besides the limited amount of people.
Right.
Well,
Which I'm okay with that right now, because I still don't want to be around a whole bunch of people at one time anyway.
Right.
And, we put a lot of provisions in place. The door is locked the whole time that we're there. You have to call,
Yes.
when you arrive for your appointment. before you can come in. But the team, they really, really got the system down pat, and they worked that shit out this week. So kudos
to the race team.
Our race team. And yes, Simon said our guests were amazing, and it was good to have them back. Hey Twee, how you doing? Hi. But it was really good. The guests were great.
Yes.
We had one person that I looked up and her mask was hanging off her face, and I was like, no. Put that shit on or get the hell out.
Yeah.
But it was good, and we didn't feel uncomfortable, and that was huge too, because I didn't want our employees to feel uncomfortable. Right. I want everybody to feel like, okay, this is safe. I'm as good as I can be considering, and the guests were great with complying with everything. They missed us tremendously. We missed them tremendously.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It
was like a reunion every time. Bang.
Every single time.
Bang.
Every single time. I had a couple guests that was like, the one guest I had the other night, she left. She didn't even know I was watching her. She got to the parking lot and she took her mask off and she swung her hair and jumped down off the curb. I said, "Do it, girl." She said, "I didn't even know you was looking at me."
Yeah. We had a special guest come too, Patty.
We had a special guest the other day. Yes, Patty Jackson came down from WDAS, and she got abracadabra.
Yeah, she sure did.
And that's what she said to me. She said, "I want you to do abracadabra on me." Yeah. And we abracadabra that shit. Yes, we did.
That was cool. Yeah. And she was she announced her good special experience on the radio.
On her on her show.
WDAS, and
we heard it in the salon.
The young girls was like, "What's WDAS?" And I was like, and then one of them was like, "Oh, it's the Quiet Storm. My parents listened to it when I was like, oh my goodness."
They were when I was in the break room, I was like, "Patty Jackson's coming down, guys." And she's from the radio station WDAS, and they was like, "Huh? What's WDAS?" And I was like, and then Sen's like, "Oh yeah, my granddad listened to
granddad, yeah.
My granddad listened to WDAS." I was like, seriously? But we played it for them, the station for them, and they was in the salon jamming like the music.
They knew all the songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Shireen. Shireen is the one. She said, "You guys are doing a fabulous job, and I'm proud to share that I was there because of your high standards."
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you much.
So very much. We did everything with you guys in mind.
Yep.
We just wanted to make sure that we can make everybody feel safe, and I think we did it. And we're not comfortable, so it's not like we're gonna lag off and like, oh, we got this in the bag. Nope, we still want to do everything we can. We're sanitizing chairs, stations, everything in between every single guest. We're doing it all. We are doing it all.
And for those who thought you didn't get hit with the temperature gun, as soon as you turn around, we hitting you. We just didn't want to do it in front of your face. I mean,
you tapping them on the neck with the bean.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to take you right to the back if you hot. So, hey.
Oh gosh, yes. Hi, Danita. Hi, Miss Susan. Thanks for coming back on. But it was great, and we got the guests spaced out. But I think that made it even better and easier to work, because it wasn't like we were piling a whole bunch of people up and packing everybody in. And they just released too, the governor, that phase 2 is opening. Is it next week?
I
think it's next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that would be the
nail salons, the estheticians, I believe massage therapists. So like kudos. So make sure you guys open up and move in safely and take care of yourself and take care of the people so that we can keep doing this.
And to the other salons out there, if you're looking for, just don't do nothing. Okay.
What you mean?
As far as the protocol to keep your salon safe.
Okay.
it's a new day, and you're going to have to make some changes. I can't tell you what to do in nobody else's salon. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But what I can tell you to do is, if we all trying to stay safe, we all kind of need to police each other, and that will kind of stop that second wave from going crazy.
Within the close confines of where we're working
With
individually,
yes.
you're saying?
No,
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Or
about.
you're saying worldwide?
Worldwide, yes, because there's. I talked to Derek. It was some people doing haircuts without a face mask, and
Yeah.
if you see that,
Yeah.
stop. You gotta actually stop it. I'm not saying call
Yeah.
the cops or just can you
Use
put
your
a,
common sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just as simple as saying, hey, can you put your mask on? But I understand too the other side of that now that I'm saying that out loud is some people was snapping when people was telling them to put their mask on or why you don't have a mask on. So you gotta kinda, I guess, weigh out your situation and move safely because you don't want
even for those people, I'm trying to protect you.
right, but people are not looking at it that way.
No. If I not don't wear your mask because you don't want to wear your mask. I'm wearing my mask to protect you, so you should help yourself.
Right.
Pretty much.
I'm wearing my mask to protect me first.
I am wearing my mask.
And so are you.
Exactly. But
and
for
then,
those people,
yes.
just try to break it down a little different.
Yes.
Just make sure. And if they cough, just hold your breath, run the other way for like 20 seconds. And
20?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have to step away for a minute. I don't know about that.
Yeah, hey.
I'm not testing that 20-second rule out.
I don't know if it works.
But hold on. I want to make sure they get my shirt, though.
Uh-oh.
You see?
Can you see that?
Can you see my shirt here? What the?
Nice. There's
Hey,
the camera right there. There's the camera
yes.
right there. Nice.
See that there?
I like that.
Oh, my
like
husband
that.
is dope. Yes, he is. Dope black man here.
So you know what? So this will actually bring us into the next segment, which we like to give everybody something to take home.
Racespiration.
Racespiration.
It's called Racespiration.
Racespiration.
Racespiration. Say it with me. Let it roll off your tongue. Racespiration.
Yes, let's do that. And with everything going on, you still got to be able to kind of clear through the fog and stay on your game, whatever your game is. And it's way harder than what it was before the virus. And it was hard before the virus.
Cheers to that, please.
Okay.
Yes.
You got a business, you got family, you got your spiritual work, you got your giving. You have to, with all this going on, you have to be able to focus in on what you need to do to make yourself a better person. And that's it's so crazy because focus is it could be such a tool if you know how to use it. Because focus means feelings. Focus in on the person right now that loves you, focusing on your children, focusing on something good that you like to do. It changes your emotions. It changes your feelings. Now
it can work that fast.
Yes. Now focusing on that knee to the neck. Now focusing on them busting in the house and shooting up and hitting that girl 8 times. You can change right then, you can change your focus and what you're feeling right then, but you have to recognize it and be able to do it. Some people focus in on what they can change, and some people focusing on what they can't change. You got to know that there's a goddamn difference. All right. If you're around here focusing on shit that you can't change, you are not at the top of your game.
You don't even have a game.
No, you don't really have a game.
If you're at that point, you don't even have a game. So
and you can focus on what you have or what you're missing. If you're focusing on what you have, it gives you like a little bit more gratitude, and you're willing to hold on what you have more than going out and getting the unknown.
Absolutely.
So if you focus on what you're missing all the time and focus on what you can't control, I really don't want to be around you because you're going to be miserable.
And that energy is draining.
Draining.
And we don't need another draining damn thing right now.
Yes. And also focus could be on the past, the present, and the future. You can't be focused on shit that happened back in the day,
right,
unless you're using that as a tool to change the future. So it's what you focus in on could be like it's a massive tool to change your situation, and that's I can't say it. I can't say it. Yeah, your mindset.
Just like I was saying, like I was leaving angry. Leaving the house angry.
Yep.
Just leave. But the first step was I had to recognize and check myself like, yo, you need to pull this shit together. Like you are leaving these feelings. Like I was focusing in on being the anger part, the things that were making me feel angry. Not that they were the things are not going to go away.
Right.
They're not going to go away.
Exactly.
But if I change my focus and say, you know what, I'm going to take that energy and redirect it and try to figure out what I can do to make a difference. What I can do I got to start with myself. I can't be out here trying to change shit else if I don't start with myself. We all have to start with ourselves. So you got to be careful what you're focusing in on. You got to. It can dictate your life, your day. I mean, by the second, by the minute. I mean, you have to, and we have the power to do so.
That's how fast you can change it. Everybody's, if you're depressed, and one of my nephews, he's always going through something, and he's depressed. He write love songs that are terrible. Somebody leaving him and shit. Dude, go out and help somebody.
Right.
If you go out and help somebody, you forget all about your crazy ass girlfriend that left you, and you stay on top of your game because you're helping somebody. That feeling that you get after that is completely different. Now you can stay in your pity and have your own little pity party, but it's draining.
It's draining, and nobody's going to want to be around you.
And nobody wants to be around angry people. Angry people are draining.
They are draining.
Anger should be a tool. You should be able to use it as a tool. Right. It is an emotion, but you should be able to control your emotions and use it.
Be a little bit more constructive, not to say it is a feeling and we are going to feel, not to say that you're not going to have any feeling or you're not going to be mad or you won't get angry. We're not saying that, but you can control how long you stay in that mess. You can control what you do with it and have a solution. I cannot stand people that got a problem for every solution. It gets on my damn nerves. Like, it's like, where do you come in? If you coming with some craziness, what do you have to fix that? What is the solution? How can we move forward? How can we make this better? How can we grow? Don't come and you don't have no backup. Come with the backup. Change your focus. You have to change your focus. If we're going to change this world, we got to change our focus. And it starts, again, with us.
With us. Everybody's going to have problems. Everybody's going to have problems. But if you can focus not on the problem, if you can focus 95% of the time on the solution, I think the damn world would be a better place.
It's hard, though.
It's only hard when this is the crazy part. So right now, staying pissed off, okay, is going to raise your goddamn high blood pressure. If you stay pissed off all the time, something's going to happen. So,
hello?
Yes. But
hello?
I'm only doing it for like 5 minutes.
No, it's longer than that.
Pissed off for me I don't have enough energy.
Real, raw, and uncensored.
I got 5 minutes.
He is speaking to, because I say this to him.
I got 5 minutes.
I say it to him.
Yes.
Like, why are you mad? Like, stop being mad. And you can't stop being mad or
in the
stop,
moment,
or stop getting mad.
No. You
But
can change your focus.
You can, but
you can
it's
sing a
not
little love
happen,
song.
But it's not
you can play some Whitney Houston.
But it's not going to happen
You can
right
clap.
then.
No. Whenever you choose, that's what I want the people to go home with. It can happen
when you want it to.
When you want to, you're in control.
You are absolutely in control. So the next time you do that shit and you don't change it, I'm gonna be like,
this is for the
you
people.
don't want it to happen.
This is for the people and not me.
Well, we gotta take heed to our own words.
Yeah,
sir.
no. I've actually grown stronger, and
yes, I think
I'm
we all are growing stronger right now.
I tend to know when I can turn it off and turn it on right now. And it's not always strategic. Sometimes I let the emotion get the best of me.
I think
but
we all do though.
For the most part, right now. My dad was Mike Flagg, so he was okay. But I think
I
think
Sonya said the next. She said her face right now. She said the next time I'm playing Whitney Houston.
Yes, whatever you need to take you out of that right then, use it.
When it ends with somebody.
There you go. Everybody know. So.
No, that focus thing, babe, that is a good word right there. That is a good restoration word. Focus. There are so many things, though, that can take you off of your game. And the enemy really tries to come when he know you got a plan and a goal and you're trying to be, when you're like, okay, I'm going to be focused. Here this mug come trying to take you off your game, trying to steal your focus, steal your joy, all of that. We already know how the enemy works. So at those times, you got to go in a little bit harder because the goal is to gain that focus.
All right.
Love it. I love it.
Well, this was episode 9.
This was episode 9.
Yeah.
And we had a couple people that was asking us about some relationship talks because I guess we haven't talked on or spoken on like relationships so much and things like that. So we are married. We do have a relationship. So I think, we're going to have to bring that into the Resh Life. And I
have no problem with it now. I just wanted to get out of the house first.
You wanted to get out of quarantine?
Yeah, because
you wanted to get out of detention.
I didn't want to give no advice.
I had them in detention.
While we was up in here together for this COVID. But I got a lot of advice now that we going back to work.
You made it through.
Oh, I made it through.
I made it through. Shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Ladies, we made it. We made it.
All right. So we're going to do a little convo on relationship building next week.
Yes. Yes. That's, I want to, next week, we're going to add in having nurturers involved in your circle.
Okay.
Because it's important to have nurturers. The right ones involved. You can't have everybody all up in your shit now. Don't get it twisted. No. Do not get it twisted. No. They are hand-picked, hand-selected.
Prayed for.
By the man himself.
There
okay? So yeah, we want to bring a little bit of that flavor next week. We're hungry. We're about to go steam some crabs.
We sure
got
are.
Crabs. Yes. Celebrate this long ass 60-day week back to work because we worked 6 days this week. It was so long. It was just so
You know what
long.
I was telling my boys? I'm saying even the pros have a preseason. I came back and did a whole playoff in a game 7 without no preseason. I just jumped into it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I like how you put that.
We're professionals.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Professionals.
I'll take that.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna leave you until next week, but we want you to stay safe.
Please stay safe and spread the love. Let's keep moving in love, and let's work on this focus. Yes.
All
Love you. The Resh Life, episode 9. Have a great weekend, and we're going to try to get some video of this crab steaming that's about to happen up in here.
All right. Have a great one now.
Good
Take
night.
it easy.